Hi, I'm Lars, river guide for OARS Grand Canyon here in Flagstaff, Arizona. For OARS river trips beginning or ending at Pipe Creek, participants must hike in or out of Grand Canyon between the South Rim and the Colorado River, and it's incredibly important to us that you're prepared to tackle this monumental adventure. The hike along the Bright Angel Trail is a serious, long, and strenuous 7.7 miles. It takes you in or out of one of the deepest canyons in the world with an elevation change of more than 4,500 feet, and may be one of the most physically demanding endeavors you will undertake in your life. The hike requires carrying a 20 to 30 pound backpack full of your personal effects, along with some food and 2 to 3 liters of water. For your trip, it is essential for you to be able to comfortably complete the hike carrying a weighted backpack. The combination of carrying a backpack, the potential for extreme heat, and the elevation change can make this hike exhausting for even the most physically fit and prepared hiker. When evaluating the prospect of participating in a river trip requiring this hike, please be honest with yourself. If you are not already a backpacker or frequent hiker, this trip may not be right for you. You must be committed to doing additional training and conditioning before you begin your trip. You must be able to carry your own backpack. Your inability to successfully complete the hike risks endangering not only you, but also the other guests and guides on the trip. When you join an OARS Grand Canyon trip that begins or ends at Pipe Creek, a hike escort will accompany you on the hike. Essentially, you hike at your own pace, with the hike escort being the sweep person following the last hiker in the group. You should be able to maintain a pace of at least 1 mile per hour. Our hike escorts are well trained and have a great deal of experience hiking the Bright Angel Trail. They can give you great advice and hiking tips, but they are not responsible for carrying you or your gear into or out of the canyon. Most people assume hiking downhill is easier than hiking uphill because gravity naturally propels your body downward, making it seem far less strenuous than hiking uphill. However, this is not necessarily the reality. Many hikers find it much more physically challenging to hike downhill than up. You must have stamina, muscle, and core strength, as well as balance, which may be more challenging for people with older joints. The hike down to the river generally takes between 4 and 7 hours. There is a limited amount of time to complete the hike because the trip must continue downstream and immediately run a series of challenging rapids. If during the hike you are not able to keep a certain pace, or your hike escort feels you cannot safely complete the hike in the designated time in good physical health, you may be asked to return to the rim and forfeit your river trip. When you arrive at the river, you must be in good physical condition and ready to immediately jump in a boat and run some of the biggest whitewater in the canyon. If you were to end up becoming a non-voluntary swimmer, you would need to have the energy and ability to actively participate in your own self-rescue and possibly swim through rapids. Being exhausted from the hike has the potential to present a dangerous and possibly life-threatening situation for yourself and other participants on the trip. Hiking out of Grand Canyon is a cardiovascular workout and also requires a great deal of muscle strength. It is essentially uphill the entire route, climbing almost a vertical mile in elevation. You need to be prepared for a long, arduous hike. The hike with a backpack is a tremendous challenge and generally takes between 6 to 9 hours. The best way to get ready for a hike in Grand Canyon is to combine aerobic exercise, strength training, and hiking. More strenuous activity, such as lengthy hikes on inclines, cycling, running, or swimming is required. Your best bet is to do the real thing. Start with shorter hikes and then increase your distance and pace. Try to do your hiking on dirt trails with up and down paths. You want your ankles, knees, and muscles to get used to uneven, loose terrain. Working out at the gym will increase your cardiovascular fitness, but will not prepare your muscles for the uneven terrain you will encounter in the Grand Canyon. While training, it is helpful to carry your loaded backpack to strengthen your upper back and shoulders. Also, wear the same footwear and clothing that you will be using for your Grand Canyon hike. Before starting any exercise regimen, you should consult your doctor and have a physical checkup, but it is absolutely critical that you develop a training plan and stick with it in the months leading up to your trip. I promise you'll have a more enjoyable experience if you get in good hiking shape before your trip. 3 months before your trip, you'll receive a hiking questionnaire from our office. Please be honest when filling it out. Let us know where you are in your training at this 3-month mark. You will need to provide your own backpack. We strongly recommend an internal frame or frameless pack with a padded hip belt and shoulder straps that fits you well. External frames are discouraged. Its capacity should not exceed 40 to 45 liters or 2,500 to 2,700 cubic inches. We provide a sleep kit which includes a sleeping bag, sleeping pad, sheet, and pillow, as well as a tent and tarp, so you don't need to carry any camping gear, just your personal gear, some snacks for the hike, and 2 to 3 liters of water. For the Bright Angel Trail hike, you will want lightweight hiking boots or shoes. Good ankle and arch support are important, as well as durability and room for your toes. If you're purchasing new footwear, allow plenty of time to break it in prior to the hike. When used properly, trekking poles can help distribute the weight of your pack, take some pressure off of your legs, and provide stability, especially when hiking on steep trails. The poles need to be collapsible, but do not need to fit in your waterproof bag. Your guides will store them on the boat separately. And last but not least, my personal favorite. Consider investing in some good hiking socks with heel and toe cushioning. Keep an extra pair of socks near the top of your pack in case you wish to change into a fresh pair during your hike. Thanks for booking or considering a trip with OARS. Happy trails, and we look forward to seeing you on the river.